The top tycoon suddenly had a heart attack and died in his car. As for the distribution of his inheritance, it was divided like this. His good-for-nothing son got $200 million. His wife inherited the house, the stocks and the yacht. The rest of the money was all donated to charity. Only the well-behaved and sensible daughter got a broken cellar. Even though Amy felt she was treated unfairly, she had no choice but to accept it. But before the lawyer left, he handed her a yellow package, said the answer she was looking for was inside. Amy opened the package. Inside were a key and a flash drive. The flash drive contained a video recorded by her father before his death. In the video he detailed the exact location of the cellar, and told his daughter to guard the secret inside. Amy didn't understand at all. What kind of secret could be hidden in a broken cellar? Could it be a national treasure? To figure out what her father meant, she waited until no one was around, and quietly went to the back hill. Following the path her father described, she found the cellar hidden in the woods. Then Amy used the key to open the heavy steel door of the cellar. After that Amy climbed right in. It was pitch black all around. Luckily the cellar had a power system. When she turned on the light, she saw smoke in the air ahead, and the decoration looked like an ancient tomb. Still she forced herself to go inside. When she reached a hidden room deep inside, Amy was horrified to find a skinny old man was locked up in there. Could this be the treasure her father left her? Back at the mansion, she was about to call the police, but remembered her father's request to keep the secret, so she gave up on the idea. That's when her brother noticed something was off. He asked if she felt the inheritance was unfair, and said they could redistribute it, but Amy believed her father must have had his reasons, so she firmly refused. That night Amy returned to the cellar, but this time, she wore a mask. But the old man seemed to know her very well. He could even describe her childhood habits, and he also knew her father had passed away, which is why Amy came to find him. Amy was shocked by what she heard. She asked who he really was, and why he was locked up here. John told her, if she wanted to know, she just had to get him a steak, plus some bread and a newspaper. Not too demanding. Amy left the cellar, and immediately bought everything he asked for, then rushed back to the cellar, to show her sincerity. After he was full and satisfied he kept his promise. Turns out in their younger days, John and Amy's father were business partners, and close friends in private, but fate had other plans. An accident tore them apart. One night, they were driving back from a bar, but during the drive, they accidentally hit and killed a passerby. John wanted to call the police, but was stopped by Amy's rich father. The tycoon said they were both drunk. If the police found out, they would surely go to jail. After discussing it, they decided to cover it up, so they carried the body to the trunk, then found a remote mountain area, and quickly buried the body. But to prevent John from leaking the secret, the tycoon hit him with an iron bar, and locked him up in this dark cellar, and he's been imprisoned for 30 years. But during those 30 years, the tycoon lived a great life outside, leaving John to suffer in this hellhole. John told a very dramatic story, but Amy didn't believe just his words, because in her memory, her father was always a righteous man, and besides her father was already dead. There was no proof to back up John's story, but what he said next shattered Amy completely. He claimed the reason she didn't get an inheritance was because her father was a womanizer. He had another woman when he was young, so all the inheritance went to that other woman. Amy was furious. She didn't believe her father would ever betray the family. John didn't explain much more. He just gave her an address to clear her father's name. Amy asked her mother about it, but her mother said they were in love all their lives. Her father never betrayed her. Then Amy followed the address John gave, and found the woman he mentioned. After confirming multiple times, the woman turned out to be Sophia. At this point, Sophia couldn't hide it anymore. She admitted her relationship with Amy's father, but Sophia wasn't a bad woman. She had her own life and a son, which made him Amy's half-brother. Now that Amy's father was dead, Sophia never meant to disturb anyone. She just wanted to live a normal life with her son. John's story checked out. Amy was having trouble accepting it, but she still had many questions to answer. After leaving Sophia's house, Amy went to her mother's workplace, and asked if her father ever had a good friend named John.
I don't think so.
Not only had her mother never heard the name, even the law firm friends she asked around had no clue who John was. Unwilling to give up, Amy returned to the cellar to confirm what happened back then. She asked John where they buried the body, but it had been over 30 years. John couldn't remember where it was, unless Amy took him there herself. After some serious thinking, Amy decided to untie him, then used a gun to force John to lead the way. But what she didn't know was that this move would become her lifelong regret. Soon the two of them left the cellar. It was John's first time seeing the outside in 30 years. He was overwhelmed with emotion, breathing the fresh air greedily, but now was not the time to celebrate. They had to face the past. Using John's memory, they found the burial site. After confirming the rough location, John told Amy to dig. After digging for about 30 minutes, they actually uncovered a skeleton. Her family was very well known in the area. If this ever got out, everyone would be shamed. Even her father wouldn't rest in peace. Thinking of that, Amy quickly restored the site, and went back the same way. Back in the cellar, John begged Amy to let him go, but But Amy couldn't decide, even though she knew John was also a victim. If he revealed the secret about her father, the whole family would be ruined. John promised that if she let him go, no one would ever know her father's secret. In the end, kind-hearted Amy agreed. She gave him a change of clothes and $3 million in cash, then took John to the airport, planning to send him abroad on a private plane. Meanwhile, on the other side, her mother found the documents on the table. When Amy came home, her mom questioned why she was investigating John, and said John was an unforgivable criminal. Amy knew something was wrong, so she rushed to the airport. Just as she feared, the plane hadn't taken off. Even the security guards were all dead. John was nowhere to be seen. Amy knew he would come back for revenge, so she drove home immediately, hoping to take her mother and hide. But it was too late. Her mother had already disappeared. While Amy was searching frantically, she noticed a light coming from the cellar. Seeing that made Amy panic. Without thinking, she grabbed her gun and rushed in. Sure enough, her mother was lying unconscious on the floor. As she tried to wake her up, John suddenly appeared at the door. The power was cut, and the cellar went completely dark. To deal with this threat, Amy turned on her flashlight and raised her gun to find him. But John had been in this cellar for over 30 years. He had an uncanny sense in the dark. Using the darkness to his advantage, he quickly overpowered Amy and chained her tightly to the wall. And at this point, John finally revealed the truth. Back when he was young, he fell in love with Amy's mother at first sight. To get her, he even used dirty tricks, and that night he got what he wanted. But Amy's father found out soon after, and planned to turn John over to the police. But while driving, he got distracted, and accidentally hit a pedestrian. The person wasn't dead at first. It was John who got out and broke his neck, then staged it as a hit and run. He used this to blackmail his friend into silence. The friend agreed on the surface, but after dealing with the body, he knocked John out. Everything became clear. To stop John from hurting others, he chose to imprison him forever. Then John told Amy another secret. The reason the tycoon left her nothing was because Amy wasn't his real daughter. John was her biological father. That night 30 years ago, Amy's mother got pregnant after being drugged. Hearing the truth, Amy completely broke down. She lunged at the man who ruined her life, but she was no match for John, and was quickly defeated. Thankfully, her mother woke up and shot John dead. That ended the nightmare. Then the two of them burned the cellar, letting everything turn to ashes. End of the movie recap.